Hello. Hello and welcome to my dev stream of my game in development, Gearend. In case you don't know, I'm SolarLoon, an independent developer, basically. And yeah, I've been working on this game for about a year and 4 months, and yeah, I'm almost done. So, yes. Hi and welcome. Yeah, I'm doing this thing. It's a little bit different with OBS, different scenes for each program I'm going to use and switching between them. Maybe it's a little more efficient than recording the entire desktop constantly. We'll see. Let's get some music in here. Oh, why is desktop audio at 0 dB? That's strange. Okay. I think that should probably be okay. Okay, so, yeah, this is the game that I've been working on. It should be pretty interesting. Let's see. Alrighty, so at this stage, it's pretty much done in terms of level design, but I want to refine it a little bit. There's some stuff that I need to kind of determine what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna, like, what I should do. This area is a little bit of a sticking point. So basically, in this area, I don't know if I'm a little too far away from the mic. Let me know, and I can move my mic, of course. But basically, in this area, I wanted to have the player, to force the player to use the shield, so that basically it's kind of like a natural gate. Like, you can't get through unless you have the shield, and that's what this shooting, like, flamethrower is supposed to be. But it doesn't have infinite distance, and the player can't really see it coming. So I'm trying to figure out a better approach for this. I guess I could just, I guess it doesn't have to. Well, maybe I could use like an enemy. Maybe I could use an enemy. I have to think about my options. Okay, O and M says audio's good. Alright. Alright, well, I'm just going to get rid of it for now because I know that it's not working. And I could fix it, but there's just no way to really properly, like, convey this setup. This is one big unbroken thing too. Let me fix this a little bit. It doesn't need to be this unbroken. Maybe do it like that. Yeah. Maybe something more like that would be good. Yeah, that feels a little more logical. So in other news, I've been... Music is just changing wildly. Hold on. Well, I guess it's fine, whatever. Yeah, so in other news, I've been looking into I was kind of inspired by John Blow trying to, like, making this new programming language and making something that's just, like, specifically tuned for games. I'm kind of excited to see, like, how it works. It looks interesting from what I can tell. And so I've been messing around with basically Python. I wanted to try like C, like C or C++ or like Rust or D or something like that, but I couldn't get them to really work very well. So I just decided to stick with Python, and I've been working with Piglet, just kind of like making a kind of framework engine kind of thing. specifically for 2D games. And I mean, I'm basically kind of basing it off of BDX in a sense, and it's going pretty well. It's looking pretty interesting, and it's cool. I feel like kind of by limiting yourself, there might be things you can do and kind of places you can go. Like you can do things with a simpler, smaller kind of programming approach. Like one of the things that I really liked about what he showed in his like demo for Jai was he mentioned this thing, an ASCII map, and he had like a specific setup for it, a text setup, where it was like specifically, I don't know if I can do it in Java just willy-nilly, I guess I can't, but it was like something like this. 0 0 0 0, and then it was like, you know, 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2, whatever, 0 0 0 0. And that like idea for kind of like engineering and creating levels, it seems like it's a really cool like concept. Like it seems simple. I'm probably not going to go that approach with my framework. It's just going to be, you know, tiled. I'm going to use tiled as an editor and things like that. But it's just the idea that you can do more with less, that you can do, you know, it's okay to have different tools for different jobs. There's no reason to say, well, let's just try to make one thing the end-all be-all of development. It's like, well, you know, you can have this that does this better. You can have different tools for different tools for different approaches. And so what I'm hopefully going to do is kind of like keep my Python knowledge up, as well as get good with kind of simple approaches to things, and then I can take that back to BDX. And BDX, of course, will stick around, and I'll be able to use it for 3D games. But for 2D stuff, it might be better to try a 2D engine, so we'll see. The project that I'm working on in it is something super simple. I don't even like have a name or idea. I'm just using it for kind of testing purposes, basically. Alright, well this is basically more or less looking pretty good. Maybe I want it to kind of feel bigger though. It feels kind of small. Maybe I can push this up here. Yeah, see, this is kind of one of those things that I never really got over and kind of conquered for Gearend, was just how it's kind of awkward to position like objects in rooms. It's not bad. Blender gives you a lot of tools, but it also kind of is not quite the tool for the job when it comes to like placing tiles, lots of little objects, because it's just a little more awkward than I think it really should be. Shoot, I don't remember how this was. Hold on. I don't remember if I should put this. I guess I need to put it here. No, I guess it was. I guess this is fine. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how this like kind of test engine tool thing turns out. Might be cool. Might be that I just find like BDX to be really simple and just a better approach to things. But I feel like it's okay to have like, you know, different tools for different jobs and to make things that serve different roles. Let's see. Let's see. Mariku Junrei says, no rooftop today, they finally locked the door. They got tired of you going up and hanging out, maybe? Maybe not. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully they just thought it was a security issue. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, at this stage, it's actually, I guess I could play something else. I never really thought about it, but I might be able to play something. I might be able to play something from a remix album. I guess that might be okay. Well, I'll keep this going until then. Cynical Sandal asks, is there any particular reason you stream on YouTube and not Twitch? Basically, YouTube is where I just am, so it just made sense to stream on YouTube. I have over 7,000 followers, subscribers, 7,100 on YouTube, which is nice. And it just feels like, you know, it's best to have everyone in the same place, have all my videos in the same place, have my community in the same place. I know Twitch is popular for gaming, but I don't know about game development streams, if it's that popular. Hopefully YouTube will kind of pick up. That'd be cool if they kind of made it a little more easy to find stuff like, you know, game development streams, things like that. Yeah, so that's just, it seemed like a good idea at the time. When I was kind of weighing the options, I was like, well, let me just go ahead and stick on I was going to say Steam for some reason. Stick on YouTube. Okay, so this is going to go up here. Let's see. So maybe... what enemies do I have I can put here? Let's put a couple of those enemies here. The name of this thing, what is it called? Platform. Game Jam, hello. Hi, how are you feeling? Game Jam. I'm doing pretty well. He asked how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty well. I mentioned this earlier. I'm not sure if you just joined or what, but yeah, I've been working on some other things, and they're going pretty well. We'll see how everything goes soon. Let's see here. Alright, well, this is shaping up. That's right, I did want to do that puzzle. Maybe I can do it. Let's see. Game Jam says Gearend is looking really awesome. Me and my brother are working on a game right now too. Thank you. Also, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool to make games. A lot of people, well, like if you don't know how to program, that's fine. I would still recommend like learning how to program and making games just because it's fun. And I feel like it's the kind of fun like it's like drawing or playing an instrument. It's not so like it's okay if you kind of stink. Like it's okay if you don't know how to do something, or you know you're kind of not used to it, because it's like you just get better over time, and it's in the meantime you're making cool stuff and you're kind of having fun. You're gonna post it on Itch. Itch is a good place to post. Good site, good place. I don't think I need to do anything there. Let's try this. Okay. Where's that? There we go. Let's see. What items does the player have at this point? Bazooka, shield. Fans. Okay, so then at this point, I'm not sure. I might be able to do it like this. Let's see. Charles Voboda says, I've tried countless times to make a game with my younger brother, yet he is not too interested in the whole programming aspect of it all. Yeah, programming is key. Even if you do use visual programming languages, it's still programming. Like, you still have to tell the computer what to do. If you don't like that part, then, or if someone doesn't like that part, not necessarily you, but if a person doesn't like that part, they're not really gonna like developing a game. They might like other things though. Maybe they don't like writing the code, but they like writing rules. In which case, maybe a board game would work. Or if you like making games, but you don't like making like programming, you could try modding. Just modding like models into or objects into a game world. Or he could try. I just had a thought, but now I can't remember. Oh, I mean, just like, Little Big Planet or games where you can like place objects, and you could, just play, have fun with that. Like that's still being creative and creating things. Or maybe he could just serve a different role in making games. Not everyone has to be a programmer. He could be an artist or a musician or a designer. That's probably even more important than the developing it, is the design of the game. Because if you can design the game, then programming it is pretty easy, because you know how it works. You know how everything's supposed to work together. You don't have so many bugs and trying to think on the fly. He's into music. Okay, well, yeah, he could be a musician. Making music, that's a key part of game development. Game Jam says, just go sub to my brother's channel Heartbeast if you're interested in our game. Heartbeast? I gotta check this out because I'm pretty sure I know this person, and it's that guy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Heartbeast, yeah. Yeah, I know. I think I follow Heartbeast on Twitter. Let's see. Game Jam says HLD soundtrack, Hyper Light Drifter. No, this is my own music actually. But I guess is that a request to play a Hyper Light Drifter soundtrack? Let's see. WSCLOUGH 1945 says, I find programming fun. Programming in C and C++ at the moment. I find the control that native languages gives me fun. I feel kind of the same way. I feel like I would like it. It's just I need to like, I get kind of caught up when it comes to learning new languages. It used to be where I was like more, I think, eager to learn languages, but now like whenever I start making something in another language, it's like, man, I could just make this in BDX and be done with it. Like I if I was in BDX, I wouldn't even have to make this thing I need to make, and I get slowed down like that because it's like I never actually finish learning anything because I constantly am thinking that I could just throw together what I need from. I could just go to another engine that I'm familiar with. So it's like I never make progress when it comes to learning new languages. But I'm trying to change that with this latest thing I'm working on. Let's see. So the idea is, not sure if this will work at all. Let's see. This mess is way too fast to develop to. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's just have this one song on repeat. Okay, that should be a little more pleasant. Let's see. That was like some hardcore. What's the word? Hardstyle music. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. A basic puzzle. Where's the... One by one, two by one. Let's see now. Do I have anything else in here that needs to be switched? Let's see. Charles Voboda says he's going to set up a little recording studio. Nothing too fancy for his beta. Got the whole family in on the idea. A recording studio. That's interesting. Oh, I'm sure he'd enjoy it. Let's see. Sounds like a good idea, yeah. For someone who likes music, a recording studio would be nice. Moriku Junrei, hey Loon, would you ever consider becoming a mentor? You mean like for like a free mentor to someone who needs mentoring in game development in general? I mean, I don't really have the time to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I just don't have it. Sorry. If anyone was interested in like making games, I could definitely. I mean, I'd make tutorials and stuff all the time, so I wouldn't. Well, I used to make tutorials and things all the time. So I wouldn't mind making more tutorials and videos and things. It's just you know, trying to find the time is kind of difficult, especially when I'm trying to get this done. You know, I'm trying to have this be my my career. So it's like I gotta get this banged out. Cynical Sandal, I remember back in the day when you were working on that 3D Game Boy Color-esque game. Yes, that was Valkian. And do I have anything of Valkian still? Let me see. I don't think I have anything of the original Valkian, but I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I do have like these little sprites I drew. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like it's not for a game particularly, but basically, yeah, Valkian is still like gonna be made. The idea is this game is like super duper big and heavy, but the next game will be hopefully a lot smaller, and either Valkian will be a big game or a small game, and will be coming soon. It's like, I mean, it's a big game, but it's. I feel like the longer I've worked on this, the better I am with making games, and the next game should take a lot less time, especially if I make it a smaller game in general. So like, if I were to make Valkian now, I might say like, okay, rather than it being like open world, it's very objective based. So It still might be open world in a sense where you can kind of go where you want, but it's like you go to town A or place A, you solve whatever problem is there, you go to town B or place B, you solve the problem, etc., etc. So it's not so much like this where it's just kind of like you're just exploring and there's people to talk to and things like that. Because I mean, I feel like there's still a lot I could add in here. Like this could be a way bigger game, and it's, I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, that game is definitely something I would love to come back to and make. Man, I had an idea for another game, actually. I kind of forgot about it until now. A pile of dead memes says, "Yo, got a release date yet? I've been wanting to play this since the first few dev vlogs, and I can't wait. Thank you for being interested in Gearend. Hopefully I can get it done. I was supposed to have it done like a year ago. I was supposed to have it done in June. I wildly underguessed how long it would take. But I'm really close to being done at this stage, even if it's not that big. But I say, like, in the Steam's description, it's a small game, so it's a small game. Yeah, hopefully the game will be done in the next, like, it's the 24th today. Hopefully, like, before the 15th of May. But I can't really give a release date. I'm just, like, spitballing. But yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully really soon. There's a lot of dead space here. What can I do with this area? Let's cut this out. That's a little better. But I can still do something with this area. I can put an enemy there? What can I put there? What do I got? Oh, I guess I could do like this. Make you climb up here. Yeah, that's cool. I need these little blocks. Let's see. Charles Voboto says, I have one of the old tech demos to get Valken. Really? Still? Congratulations. That's a piece of history. Ancient history. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get back and make something cool soon. Let's see. That can go up. Oh yeah, that's even better. Okay, I got an idea. Did I already go through Greenlight then? Yes, I did. The Steam page is already, let me pull this up. The store page is already up on Steam. And you can like wishlist it and just watch it. It's up there. It's just I gotta go ahead and actually like finish the game. Royal Den Studio says, "Can I put in a Valken music request?" Also, hi Soul. Hello, Royal Den Studios. Yes, and of course you can put in a request for some Valken music or Valken music. I don't know why I'm saying Valken. Maybe the name should change. Okay, let's see. Let's go with. I mean, it sounds really bad now, but let's go with Tides. I think that was pretty good. A pretty good one. Let's see. Yeah. It might be super quiet. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Okay, so I had an idea. That's right. It's a little quiet. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure how I like how this lines up here. I feel like it. Yeah, like you jump up here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And you get bazooka. Okay. Maybe I'll just put the bazooka. Oh, did I make bazooka things? I'm not sure if I did. Let me see. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. Game Jam. What are your computer specs? Just curious. Okay, so basically, this is a computer I custom built over time. My graphics card is a NVIDIA GTX. I'm just gonna open up details so I can see. Let's see here. Okay, my graphics card is an NVIDIA GTX 660. I have an AMD FX 6350 6-core processor. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I'm running Solus 2017. Well, the most up-to-date version of Solus, which is Linux. And I know there's something I'm missing. I know there's something I'm missing, but I can't remember what. Like it's the fourth piece, like the critical fourth piece. The motherboard is an MSI motherboard. I bought. I don't know. But yeah, I basically like bought a. I bought like I think some more RAM for my computer, an older computer. Then the motherboard went out, so I had to buy a new motherboard. And since that happened, I had to buy a new. I had to buy a new case. Well, I didn't have to buy a new case, but I just decided, let me buy a new case, get a power supply unit. That's the missing piece. I got some kind of like 800 watt power supply unit, or something, 1200 watt. I don't know. So yeah, it's a pretty powerful. Well, it's not powerful really, but it's a nice computer. Wow, Linux and nice. Linux is awesome. Linux is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. It's different. It's harder, but at the same time, I feel like it's more of an advanced operating system. Like it's kind of harder. More things can go wrong. You can kind of mess up in some respects, like mess up your computer. But at the same time, it feels kind of like it boots faster than Windows. It is more secure than Windows. I didn't put any areas, black areas down here, and it just feels more like a smoother experience, I guess, in terms of like when you're using it, like in terms for Solus at least. I heard Ubuntu was actually switching over to GNOME instead of Unity, so there won't be any more Ubuntu GNOME. It's just gonna be standard Ubuntu. That's interesting. I like the last GNOME desktop 3. Last time I used Ubuntu GNOME, it was very slick, very simple, clean. Let's see. Yeah, OEM licensing. Charles Voboda. OEM licensing is kind of trash. That's specifically because I was working pretty much primarily with Windows and like booting into Linux every once in a while. But once I lost my license because my motherboard shorted out, like even though nothing happened other than replacing my motherboard, I was like, I'm done. I dual boot. I do have an Windows on the another hard drive, but I don't use it very often. It takes forever to boot up. There's like nothing on it. There's like Steam and that's like it. Like there's Java, there's Steam. There's not very much on it at all, and it takes like 40 seconds to boot up. It's absolutely slow. But I think it might be my hard drive. I have a feeling my hard drive is just dumb slow. Hard drives are dumb slow. I have Game Jam. I have 2 hard drives, standard hard drives from old computers. I need to replace them, I guess, because I have a feeling they're part of the reason why my computer can be slow sometimes under Windows and like accessing disks. Well, no, my computer, it works okay when it comes to disk stuff. Let's see. Darker, yeah, ground dark square. Okay. stress this out. Put it there. We'll just go like that, I guess. Okay, where's the other room? Oh, okay, it's here. That's bad design. Okay. Alright, well that's basically it. Let's see. Don't need that. There we go. Yeah, I heard about Charles Vobona mentions that SSD, he switched over to SSD last year. I've never seen a SSD like the load times in comparison, so I don't know if it's faster or not. Like I know it's faster, like supposed to be faster, but I don't know by how much. So I don't know if I'll like buy an SSD and put it in here specifically for Linux and then like put all of the normal data stuff on a new normal hard drive. I have to just determine what I'm going to do. I feel like just a new hard drive would be a massive improvement just because of how old this one is. These ones I have are, I feel like it would be absolutely a massive improvement. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's parent these together so that they happen in times you have to time it. So he should jump. Alright, let's try that. Oh man, but how am I going to get him to respawn? Okay, I'll do a special thing here. Let's go over here. Let's get some more music too. It's a little quiet, so I'm going to turn it up slightly. Let's see. All right, so that's feeling pretty good. I'm gonna finish up this real quick. I think I can do it like. Let's see. I'm not sure if this will actually. Oh, that was actually supposed to be there. I forgot. I should have moved it. Okay, that should basically be it. I'll have to like debug this to make sure it's working correctly. So that's right, I was supposed to do a special thing. Always spawn boolean on. that should actually, let's move this guy over here. Oh dang, that actually would be better. Maybe I should put So basically, I'm currently I wouldn't say struggling. I'm refining this level design, and it's going pretty well. It's just trying to figure out exactly where I should put this gate. I feel like I should put it later on, because that way you can kind of enjoy this little situation. Yeah, we'll give you another room. It's looking pretty big. Alois, what's the music here? This is my music. I made this music. It's music from an old game I was working on called Valken. Let me see. You can actually find my devlog videos on my YouTube channel. Here you go. I'm gonna load up some more music. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's desperation. I just moved this into the directory of Valken. This has nothing to do with Valken. We'll play it, why not? I like that. Let me move this around a little bit so it can feel more like an actual bridge. Let's see what other music we got. Okay, stream health is staying pretty stable. That's good. Yeah, actually, I don't like that much. Let's throw some other stuff in there. That'll do for now. Okay, let's see. Neptus, hello. Thank you very much for coming along, for joining the stream. And someone whose name I cannot pronounce, I'm sorry. They asked what kind of engine. This is BDX. This is an engine built using libgx, libgdx, and it interfaces with Blender. So it's a custom engine. Well, it's not custom. I mean, I didn't come up with it myself. I contributed to it, but it's not like it's my engine. And it uses libgdx, which is pretty well known. Yeah, you can find it on GitHub, actually. I'm going to throw a link in the chat. Beck asks, how much are you planning on selling Gearend for on Steam? Currently, I'm looking at basically somewhere around $10. 10% launch sale, so it's going to sell for $9. That's the current price that I figure is a pretty good price. Let's switch this up. Listening to some old school retro Gearend, retro Valken tunes, rather. Oh man, that is clipping so hard. Dude, what in the world is going on with that? That is horrible. That's the best I probably can get it. I can't tell if it's too loud or not. It's just like this track. I don't know what happened between when I made it and now, but it is absolutely like blown away. Alright, I'm gonna just like eyeballing this. Okay, that's probably right around correct. And then lower the volume here. Okay, that might be. Hopefully that's good. Hello, Doofus. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I still haven't tested this. I'm just like putting all this stuff together, just hoping that it works. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. I still don't have anything for this area. It's just a blank space. You're welcome for the link. Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty comfortable. It's just Blender, but it exports to like the game engine, so to speak. So it's kind of like it's an interesting mixture of an engine. The controls, the GUI and everything is just normal Blender. So like you still have like the ability to edit meshes and cut stuff, duplicate stuff, all that stuff. So it's nice. Oh, I could put some water in here. That might be a good idea. Oh wait, no, that's right. I did have that idea. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. Or will I? I could put something up here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh man, but that won't. Power switch, but then you wouldn't be able to beat through here. Get there. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Or wait. This is where you get the legs. Okay. So then, yeah, and it does need to be at the end of this one at least. Alright, we'll do it like this. Oh. No, wait, what? What am I? Oh, what? Why? Okay, I don't know why that was selected. I don't know what was on. Alright, there we go. Game Jam asks, have you heard of the Godot engine? Yes, I have heard of the Godot engine. It is a engine that you can use to make games. It is a engine that is pretty popular, getting more popular pretty much by the day. A lot of people like it. I don't that much. I mean, it's a cool engine, but I don't like the language, basically. That's kind of what it was. Well, part of it, the thing about the BDX that I like is that when I improve it, I only have to work on and really like improve the core engine capabilities, more or less. Like if I want to add like shadows, let's say, to the engine, I have to make the shadows. I have to implement those shaders, but I don't have to like implement any kind of GUI over here really for that. There's already a buttons for shadows and stuff, and even if there wasn't, I don't have to do much to add those buttons because Blender is pretty much made to be extendable like that. Whereas for Godot, like for them to add any core functionality, it takes a lot of effort because they're doing everything themselves. So like, well, I don't know about everything, but like in order for them to add, for example, if I don't like that their code editor doesn't have autocomplete, I have to wait for that. Like, and GD script is specifically made for Godot. It's not like a C# or Python or Java or JavaScript or any other language where other tools might be able to use it. It's like, unless someone makes code completion for GD script in IDEA or Atom or Visual Studio Code or other tools like that, you're not going to get it. Apart from the Godot team themselves. So that's kind of why I'm like, well, it's a cool engine and I see why people like it a lot. It's kind of not really for me yet. I have to kind of go back and see about it. I didn't like that it was so heavily based on Python, but not specifically trying not to be Python. I didn't really like if it was based on Python, I understand, but it's like they based it on Python really heavily, but then didn't keep any of the function names. Like instead of def is func, instead of I mean, it's stuff like that where it's like, well, why not just keep it? If your aim is to make it like Python, then just have it be like Python. I don't know. I have to look at it some more, I guess, in order to fully like draw an opinion of my own. Oh wait, I wanted a puzzle. That's right. Maybe that's where this can be. Canal says, yeah, you should do a deep work on there. I'm not sure what you mean. Game Jam, yeah, my brother loves it. I use Game Maker, but I don't really make games anymore, just music for them. Game Maker's a good program too. I know people are gonna be like, you just don't like any of the tools available, but I don't really like that Game Maker language is still a thing instead of just them implementing an existing language, because for the most part, I mean, obviously you're not gonna use Game Maker language apart from Game Maker, so it's kind of like, I would really like them to adopt an ordinary programming or scripting language like Python or Lua or whatever, just because, or Ruby or whatever, just because it's an actual language with actual tools. Like I'm not sure if they they must have arrays and dictionaries by now. They couldn't still not have arrays and dictionaries, but I feel like they might not, and I don't see how they could ever. Like, why it's still even around at this stage if they're not adding like basic programming functionality like that? I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh. It's just those things are really, in my opinion, like necessary for absolutely anything. If you're going to do any kind of game, you're going to need arrays. You're going to need dictionaries. You're going to need that kind of stuff. Maps. It's just like, why do we have to pay for that? Why are they functions instead of just built into the language? I just don't get it. Yeah, some says GML does have arrays though. Yeah, I know that it does have arrays. Well, like it does have arrays, lists, and maps and stuff like that, or queues rather, and maps. But I'm not sure if you have to like use a function to build them, or if they're just completely like if it's a standard notation like a dict function, or if it's like just a couple of characters like in Python, you know, the brackets like that. Or if it's like, you know, a class like that. I don't know. I haven't been around GameMaker in a long time. But if it's still like ds_list_map_create parentheses, like that should be like a first class thing. That should be a thing that exists. It shouldn't be something that like you have to fish around for, in my opinion. Okay. Let's see. Canal says C++ injection. Hold on. C++ injection of new languages inside the individual scripting language. Okay, you're talking about Godot, I think. Yeah, it's based on Python. It's not Python as far as I know. I think it's based on it in terms of like the way it looks and kind of feels, but it's not. I don't think any. I believe it doesn't have anything to do with actual Python. People having a, I would say heated debate, but it's not really. People having just a slightly warm debate in the comment section about Godot and its editor. I like the concept, the core concept of Godot in terms of like everything's kind of like a scene or a what's it called? Not a node. But like, yeah, I guess it's a scene. I can't remember what they call it. I guess scene. Everything is a scene. Like the player is a scene, the level's a scene. You know, whatever your lighting setup might be a scene, and you can edit it and place it into other other scenes and stuff like that. And nodes can be kind of like, you know, whatever you want them to be. Like, oh, you can add a node that, you know, is a can pick up, you know, attribute like a component, and any node, any character that has that node can now pick things up. Like you can kind of do that kind of stuff, but at the same time, see, that's what I was talking about, is that like if the controls are a little like clumsy, the Godot guys need to improve that, because that's the core part of the engine that, you know, they need to work on. So like that's kind of the problem I have with it, is like it's not up to, oh man, I blocked myself in. Hold on. It's not up to me as to like with this engine, with VDX, the controls are all in Blender. So like, you know, if you don't like the controls, you're not gonna be able to make assets for a 3D game anyway. So like, if you can get used to Blender, you don't have to get used to anything else, basically. That's the thing that I like about it. You know, the controls, the UI, all that stuff comes from Blender. All we have to do, all the creator of BDX and contributors have to do, is just improve the actual engine. people won't be able to figure this out. I'm gonna leave it in. Yeah, I wanted to have a puzzle here actually. Let me see if I can figure out a way to kind of have a puzzle in there. Lucretius, hello. How are you feeling? Are you able to get the width of the text in units or pixels on screen? Also, do I need to pull from repo to be able to use it? You just need to pull from repo to use the latest stuff, and then you can build. But as for getting the width of text in units, I'm not currently. I don't have that ability. Let me take a look at the code base real quick, because that's something that I feel like we do need to resolve. So, text. Well, okay. Well, I'll come back to this later. Actually, I'll finish my little level design session here, and then go into trying to improve the text in BDX, because that was something that we have yet to do, and that's really important. Oh, okay, so Lucretius has an idea. Okay, that's nice, thank you. If you have any, if you're able to like look into it and solve it, that'd be great. Mainly I'm talking about basically text. Like you know that we don't know how like big text is kind of in Blender. It's kind of a weird situation. But if we could get it to be like, I can't think of the word. Oh man, what's the word? Get it to be consistent with Blender, that would be great. And if we could just get it to, if you have any ideas for that, you don't have to actually implement it if you don't have time or don't want to do it, of course. But if you have any ideas, please throw that up on the GitHub for BDX. That way I can look into it myself as well and maybe get some progress. Canal says, yeah, I understand you, and I have an opinion that if you're comfortable programming with the actual language and workflow, then there's no reason to look elsewhere. Well, I don't know. I feel like I understand what you mean, and yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, if you're comfortable like programming with whatever tool you have, stick with it. There's no reason to jump to anything else. Don't jump to something else just because someone else like says so, or they say this other tool is great. But at the same time, trying other things can be fun, and can kind of open your eyes to how you use your own original tool. Even if you go back, you might say, well, actually, now that I am here, I feel like I could improve it by doing this or adding that. Yeah, the player is probably going to start trying to blow everything up, because he might think something's in here, but something is in here. Oh man, this is probably bad design. Anyway, I don't know. Let's see. Lucretius says, I don't know. It just seems like you can just return the size of the object with the texture on it. Well, I think the problem kind of comes down to not knowing the size of... Like, we need to know the size of Blender units to pixels on the texture, I think. And then once we do that, we should be able to determine how to standardize the size of the text. I'm not sure. We have to look into that. That's something I was going to do, but I just completely forgot about it somehow. Like, I made a progress with other things, but I just completely forgot about that particular feature. Alright, so this is shaping up. I would like to put the switch behind there, but you might not be able to do anything with it. Well, I guess the functional difference between a keycard and this, whoops, is pretty minor. Yeah, there's no reason to put this. I could just put a keycard in here somewhere. Put a gate there. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Well, I guess, yeah. I guess it's okay, whatever. It's a little bit of a switch up. Maybe I can make use of this. Make use of this idea and area. Game Jam. Okay, see ya. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm gonna kick on some different music. Let's see. Alright, so this is... Yeah, let me pull up Aseprite real quick. Oh, whoops. I just realized that you can't see. Okay, let me pull up, make a new scene for that. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's better. Alright, let's see here. I need... this guy. That must be the bullet he was gonna shoot. Wafloon, am I using GameMaker Studio? No, I'm using BDX. It's an entirely different game engine. It's basically integrated with Blender. It's a 3D game engine, but I'm using it to make a 2D game. Let's see. Where is this thing? Here it is. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, this won't work. Gotta export. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. Okay. I was afraid I was gonna forget. I was afraid thank you. Thank you, Child Bear. I was afraid I was gonna forget to switch my stream. Yeah, I feel like I can't tell if it's actually any faster. It might be fastest just to have the desktop. Or maybe it's faster. Let's see. Maybe. Hold on for a second while I switch this real quick. Okay, that should help. Alright, so let's see. Oh, what happened to the enemy? He just kind of disappeared. Let's see. Okay, I know what I'm doing wrong now. I forgot to actually spawn him. There we go. Alright, that's pretty creepy. That's sufficiently creepy. All we gotta do is just a couple of things. Let's see. First of all, we want him to move at a maximum faster. We want him to... let's see. We want him to kind of move around a little bit more. Let's see. We want to align his Z-axis. Yeah. This song's just about getting on my nerves. Let's switch it. Let me see. I don't really have that many. Okay, it's classic. Let's see. Am I moving? Is this moving or what? Also, Tony Powell, hello. Yeah, I'm using velocity. Okay, cool. So velocity.x 0 0. Or no, 1. Let's try that. Let's see if he properly kind of like slides to rotate. So slow while streaming. No, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Let's see. That is definitively not what I wanted. It's because, okay, what I need to do is normalize it and then .x and then like kick that up probably like 10. Okay. Alright, Canal says, how is BDX comparable with libgdx? BDX is basically what we call this entire thing. It's this engine. That's better. BDX is this entire thing, this engine, but essentially it is something that exports data from Blender and loads data in from Blender, that exported data. It uses libgdx, so it's built on top. Aaron Morris, yes, depending on repos and distro, NVE and C does work out of the box. I don't think I have the ability to just like turn it on for my distro. I might have to build like FFmpeg and stuff. Let's see. Rez says, does BDX work with Clojure or is it only pure Java? It's only pure Java, but there's nothing fundamentally, I believe, that makes this unable to work with like Jython or Clojure or anything like that. I think the main thing is that it wouldn't work on HTML build targets for like Jython, because I think you need the source code, which Jython doesn't give you. It like compiles to bytecode. I don't think it compiles to like the source files. So in any case, if you're interested in like BDX and you want to try it out, feel free. And if you feel like, oh yeah, I would love to work with it, I just need Clojure or Jython or some other JVM language, submit an issue on the repo so we can like kind of keep track of people's interest and possible ways forward. Currently it's built around Java, but there's like, I don't know that it would be like super difficult to build it in such a way that it could run with Clojure or something else, because as far as I know, those other languages build down to Java, so to speak, rather than Java building up to those languages. So it might be as simple as just like, yeah, it might be something that we could do pretty simply. Okay, let's see. I gotta fix that. Oh, that's right. I wanted to kick this a little bit more. Or no, wait. Maybe divide it by 2. It's a little strong. Alright, well anyway. Yeah, I'm probably gonna redo this AI real quick. So my old method of AI was basically what I showed, what I had there, which is like to build an AI director class that runs, like has multiple tracks, and each track runs like a separate AI like direction thing, and it was kind of complex. Now I just kind of like this super simple thing where I just use a state machine. So I'm making a component which is basically a state machine in BX. Like fundamentally, that's basically what they are. So we're gonna call it AI. AI equals new component. Game object is generic because we don't need it to be anything special or do anything special. And it's going to work on our object there. We're going to make a new state. This is going to be the chase state. And we're going to set it. And we're going to add it to the components list. And that's about it. Now we say public void main. Let's see. Vector 3f diff equals. Actually, we don't really need. We could just kind of copy this entire thing because fundamentally this is basically it. So yeah, we're just gonna take out that main function altogether and just put it in here. Okay. Let's see. And we have the target, yeah. Lucretius, yes. Feel free to look at the text source later if you get a chance. If it was super easy, I'd love it to be, because that's something that's kind of been burdening. I mean, it's not a big deal because you like fix it or deal with it and forget about it, but it's still something that would be nice to get it like actually fixed for real. Let's see. So we get the difference between the target and his target position. Okay. Plus new vector 3f, or can I? No. Okay. New vector 3f. We'll go 5 minus your position, and then okay. So we want to move, or actually apply velocity. diff.mol 0.1. Let's try that. And we align the vector on the align. Yeah, okay, let's try that. That might be an overall simpler approach that does what we want it to do. Basically, that's correct. Except this needs to be altered a little bit. We don't want it to be plus. Right, that position, not minus. That's for this. Now this section, we want it to be normalized. Or I guess I could just Yeah, something like that. Let's try that. Or no, maybe we don't want it to be normalized. Let me see. He's creeping. All right, that's not what we want. Let's go with something a little stronger. He is really something else. That is not what we want. Let's see. Diff, target that position, that plus, minus position, multiply by. We'll just leave it. Okay, because it's velocity. Okay, that's right. Duncan, this is a Blender project, right? No, it's BDX, which is a little bit of Blender and libgdx, Java. Basically both together. Data gets exported from Blender, into our game project, or my game project in this case. He's so slow. Is it? Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, why is it so slow? Okay, we didn't want to normalize it. That's right. When he jitters like that, he can't hold his excitement. Charles Voboda says. Yeah, basically. He's an excitable little guy. Big guy. Creepy guy. Okay, now he's just being absurd. Let's see. We want to let's try. It's just a tweaking game, basically. We don't want him to get too fast. Also, he could probably be a little more upright. Vel equals velocity. Oh, it doesn't need to be normalized. Okay. And then, yeah, maybe just don't mess with the with the difference at all. Let's try that. It might be okay. Lucretius, how big in Blender units are your tiles? They are, I believe, 1. This is 1 Blender unit. Epsilon is basically 2 Blender units tall. There we go. That's way better. But that's still a little slow. Let's go back to 4. Or 3. And let's... yeah, not have such a strong bend. Let's also create some smoke every so often. We want nil under timer, which is, for our purposes, if t.tick smoke. Cool, okay. 0.1f, new color. This is stupid. Why am I doing it like this? Let's see. Yeah, we need some color constants. I'm gonna add that on the to-do list. I'll add that to BDX. Rather than doing this, we could just have color constants. Alright, let's try that. That should be good. Yeah, okay. Wait a second. We also want to move the smoke back. Positive, okay. Dot move 0 2 0. Alright, let's see. Lucretius, also for the text, I was talking about in-game text width and height, not the difference between the Blender text size and the in-game text size. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, the text in-game width and height should be there already, right? I feel like it is. Okay, I gotta do something about that. Also gotta make it spawn lower. Okay. We're gonna do this real for a second. Let's see. Two zero. We want it to also go down a couple. Also scale them up a little bit. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Do. Not that far. Also, that's what was bugging me. I kept forgetting, like, there's something I wanted to do, and this little overhang I didn't like. There we go. What's this guy's method of attack? That's a good question. He's going to shoot bullets. I just haven't done it yet. I'm been tweaking his movement, making sure it's just right. Oh, I keep forgetting. I wanted to make him higher, make him rise a little higher. There we go. Ah, let's see. All right. So the general idea is that he follows you around. Yeah. Okay. And he'll shoot bullets at you. Ah. Oh yeah, I guess you can't get up there. Alright. Alright, this is looking pretty good. It's almost done. I'll try this area up here. I want to push this pipe. I think you'll still need a little help to get up there, though. Let's try that. Oh snap! I'm feeling pretty intelligent. Let's put a couple of these people, a couple of these top women here. So slow. Let's see. Let's see. I guess you could push him back. Nah. What enemy should be there? Oh, maybe that would be a good enemy. Let's see. SPN. Oh man. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's do that. Put one of these suckers up there. Okay, let's move this over here. Yeah, let's put that there. Let's move those over here. What in the world? How was this? How was that supposed to be hanging in the air like that? I don't know what I was smoking. What I was thinking. All right, let's see. All right, so yeah. Setcam. Let's put one of them here. Put one of them right here. Maybe. Let's push him back a little bit. Alright, this feels pretty good, I think. I'm gonna... Oh, I still have to test, do something with them. Alright, we're gonna... Shoot. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna, like, do this real quick. What's this? What is this? 80 by 48. Oh man, that don't make no sense. All right, well we're gonna have to just kind of do it like this here. Okay, for a second I thought it was, I thought it wasn't a square anymore. I was like, what in the world? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch to something else. Some other music. Oh. This might be a little interesting to hear. Which one was it? Was it Gearend? Man, I know I had an old version of my intro soundtrack, my intro little video theme, but I can't seem to remember where I put it. Oh, maybe it's like way out here. Hold on. Yeah, okay. This is an old version of my intro jingle. And then this is the new one. The new one. Like, there's a huge difference between the two. Snap, hopefully I didn't blow out anybody's eardrums. Oh man, I'm sorry if I did. I just turned it up because I thought it's so hard for me to get the beat on like exactly how loud is too loud with this, because I can only hear like what. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, so the current stage, we're making bullets for Orbistal, this guy. And that's probably going to be the last thing I do. Let me see if I can square something away real quick. Some music. Anything. Let's listen to Pirates, whatever. Okay. That's fine. Let's see here. I guess I'll just use an ordinary sprite anim for this component for this. We want it. False, true. SPR.add anim new int 01 30. What did I do something? Let's see. Oh, okay. 0. 30 true. Okay. All right, and then SPR.play anim. All right. That probably is it. Let's see. Where shoot timer equals new timer every 4 seconds, and it'll shoot for. We'll say wait timer. Shoot timer equals new timer Actually, this would probably be better relegated to states. So we'll move all this stuff into the main function, where it was before. Okay. This is the smoke timer. Hopefully that won't cause any repercussions because I did not pay attention. Jago multiplayer. No, probably not. Game's almost done. It's just to make it multiplayer, you'd have to rebalance the entire game, and it's like, nah. I can't. I want to be done with this game. So enter wait timer dot restart public void main if wait timer dot done. If wait timer's done, then we want to switch state to shoot, which is going to be basically the same thing. So wait timer is shoot timer. We don't need that to be overridden. Okay. So he's gonna shoot for 2 seconds. No, 3 seconds with the 3 seconds wait with 2 seconds of shooting. Co-op multiplayer. The people have spoken. Tony, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's only so much I can do, and I feel like it's probably best that I wait timer yeah. It's probably best that we just I focus on just making it a single player experience. Maybe the next game. One of the games you probably, if you've watched my channel for a while, you probably know one of the games I was working on. I think I had devlog videos for it. Was called Mishoni, which was a multiplayer co-op Metroid-like. Metroid-like game, like a non-linear cave story-like. I only worked on it for like a month, because that was the goal, was just to make it in a month and see how far I get. But that could also work. Co-op Metroid-like could be fun. Maybe I'll do that again. Okay, so when here we got timer, fire, there's a new timer, 0.2f. If fire dot tick, fire dot restart, if fire dot tick, Man, I'm trying to figure out exactly how this thing is gonna fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna have it come right out the eyeball. Because why not? Let's imitate Vine with this Cavern King style. Let's see. Tony Powell. Yeah, maybe for future DLC I could do that. That could work. Seeing how you've done so much of the art assets for Gearend, do you think you'd be interested in taking a break from it when you release what you have, but then expanding it? Yeah, that's something I could do. I had an idea for a zone that actually this enemy was supposed to be part of, which is the weather research facility, which was going to be like a bunch of like fans that blow you around and like wind currents to float on and things like that. And I just didn't have the time to really make it. But yeah, I might be interested in making it again, making more DLC. But I feel like I would probably be interested in just making Gearend again, like making a Gearend 2, because the way I developed the game now it's kind of a pain to work with. Like, you see how big this map is. It's just not really properly made. So like if I were to make Gearend 2 with more zones and areas, it would be a lot easier for me, I feel like, because I would pay more attention to like not making sure that all of these things aren't actually on the same the same like map, the same scene, because that's just eating into my resources of, in Blender, and eating into my resources in BDX. That wasn't really a good idea. So like properly encapsulating the game is something I didn't do, and that I would like to remake in order to properly pay attention to encapsulating it correctly. Alright, let's see. So, new tag, shoot. Yeah. That's fine, I think. That should work. Let's see. New sprite anim of the SPR. We want, what is this thing? 48 by 48? Yes. Whoops. 48. False. True. ASC dot load. ASC dot play fly. Components dot add. Oops. Components dot add ASC. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I need to actually add that tag here. Okay, so play fly play shoot if ASC dot tag B equals scene.add or pistol bullet. Whoa, music kind of messing up. B dot. I'm getting bored of this. Let's find something that shoots, and I'll just copy that code from there. Let's see what shoots. Actually, I don't need random. I guess I'll. Yeah, kind of random it. Let's see. Yeah, you will always run into the issue of wanting to redo. This is Tony Powell talking, saying that you will always run into the issue of wanting to redo it all because you learned so much, etc. This is even true for the Naughty Dog for the Uncharted series. Naughty Dog is always saying we had to rebuild the engine because of X, Y, Z reason, but really they could have just bit the bullet and expanded what they had, released content in drought, brought in revenue much faster and easier. Well, kind of. I mean, I definitely would like to make like multiple Gearend games, but I feel like the time I could spend in making DLC would be better spent just like refining the core concept of the game for Gearend 2, or the next game in the kind of Gearend franchise, I guess you could say. Like it's definitely. Like, I guess the most important thing is just to see how it's received. There's no point in releasing DLC if the game is critically panned and no one likes it. Then it's like, what's the point? It's better to just move on. But if it's like, people are really loving it and, I'm fixing bugs and people are, really gathering around the game and stuff like that, maybe I'll consider DLC. But like I said, it's just not really written properly as it is. And I don't want to rewrite Gearend 1 just to release some DLC. I'd rather just write Gearend 2. So we'll see. Anyway. Okay. Bet 2 target. Normalize mole 10. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where was still bullet isn't existing? Did I misspell it? No. Okay, then I need to export. Exporting's done. Let's test. Still no? Let's see. Oh, I already have a spray in him. Okay, so alright, so I just need to add the property to the bullet. It's to the sprite itself, rather. Sprite. SPR, yeah. Okay, it's just like collapsing on his body. It's driving him down. Okay, it needs to be. Let's see. I guess he needs to be physically not there. He doesn't need to. Well, if I make him invisible, I don't know if. Can he take damage? I don't remember. Tony Powell says he sees the game taking off when it hits, as long as it. Oh no! What happened? Oh no! What? What in the world? How did that enemy stick around? Does he not? This is strange. How is he doing this? Let's see. So he's just, yeah, he's still there. Okay. This is strange. Let's see. Orbital. Super entity. Alive across room is false. Oh, whoops. Super.main. Forgot to do that. He made a friend. Yeah. Yeah, he made a friend. Okay, Tony Powell said, I hear you. That's very true about what I mentioned earlier. This is basically, he can see this game taking off when it hits, as long as it gets the proper marketing, PR, and pricing. Yeah, I'm planning definitely to like hit up like YouTubers and streamers and stuff. People, especially people that I subscribe to, that are interested in making videos about, you know, Metroid likes and who might be interested in my game, as well as people who are already interested. Okay, that's a little fast. Also, the particles are killing. Yeah, okay. So they need to stay alive longer. They need to move slower. They can shoot more often. Let's see, this is a bullet. Gotta cast it. Life timer dot set. We'll set it for 5 seconds, and they shouldn't particles. They shouldn't spawn. What do I call it? Okay, emitter. Yeah, emitter dot spawn num equals 0. Let's try that. Yeah, I am gonna, you know, check different like streamers and people who might be interested and put it out there like that. I'm going to probably submit it to places that might be interested, maybe Eurogamer or Polygon, I guess, you know, places that might review it and think it's a pretty cool game. So I'll check it out. I'll keep it in mind. Try to get it, try to get some people interested. Okay, the bullet's really huge, and also it's not animating correctly. It's disappearing. Let's see here. Oh, projectile, okay. Right, okay. Better, but it needs to spawn from lower. Oh, why do I move it up like that? Strange. Also, a little bit forward. Alright, Charles Voboda. Thanks for stopping by. Tony Powell, yeah, there are low-cost conferences here and there. I kind of feel like those aren't necessary because, I mean, sometimes you see people like talking about them here and there, and they say stuff like, you know, oh yeah, we went in and you know, like went to see people at the yeah, I gotta do something about about that entire setup. We went to see people. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. We went to see the conference. Like, we went to the conference, we spent, you know, some amount of money, and it just didn't, you know, materialize. Everybody's different, so, you know, I can't say that that's like definitive proof that conferences aren't a good idea. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's a lot of instances of people, particularly indie developers, going to conferences, spending a lot of money, even getting booths and things, and it's just like, it didn't really help them. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's only so much you can do in terms of marketing. Like, you can do everything right and still have it not take off. You can do nothing right and still have it, you know, succeed. That's not to say that it's not important to do marketing. It's that, you know, at a certain point you have to realize, you know, there's certain things out of your hands, and you gotta put kind of other things into your hands. Like, you know, if it's not possible to do a release on, let's say, GOG, you know, GOG, then maybe you just have to release elsewhere, on Steam, on itch, on, you know, whatever other storefronts you can get a handle on. You know, if you try to contact people on, you know, PC Gamer, Rock Paper Shotgun, IndieGames.com, and no one, you know, gets back to you, you know, maybe you just have to press on without it. It's not always possible to get to a conference. You know, there may not be a conference, you know, low cost or free conference really nearby that would do anything major for an indie developer in a sense. I see what your point is, though. I mean, you know, I'll definitely keep in mind, you know, how important it is to market the product. But at the same time, it's not like I'm trying to hit, you know, a huge amount of sales. I'm still only aiming for 5,000, or basically more. You know, more is nice, but 5,000 is the minimum. And if I hit the minimum, I'm glad. So it's not super critical for me to, you know, try to market this like, oh man, I need to hit 50,000 sales. Like, if I was on a team, and we had 10 people and we need to hit 50,000 sales to break even, yeah, I gotta market, I gotta hit the conferences, I gotta, you know, do whatever and whatever, you know, whenever I can to just pull something out. But if it's like, you know, I'm just trying to sell like the bare minimum, like, you know, 5,000 sales over 2 years, that's basically what I need. Like, I don't really need a super duper high tech, high effort marketing push where I'm trying to, you know, sell like 1 billion copies or trying to attract, you know, 1 billion eyes to my game. It's not, you know, it's not that critical for me, fortunately. I think it's okay that it's not like super duper high profile. Like, the game, you know, it seems cool to me, but other people might think it's absolutely like phenomenal, and it's like, okay, you know, I'm glad they think that. Like, I only see the flaws. Like, oh man, I wish I had more time to improve that. I mean, I see the fun of it too, but it's like I still kind of see, like, you know, a couple of things I would have liked to improve on and make, and it's just, you know, hopefully the next one will be even better. So I'm mostly just like ready to keep going and continue development more so than like trying to push this to be like my 3-4 year long project where I'm just, you know, throwing out DLC and you know, working on it and improving it and bug fixing it and, you know, supporting it for years. It's like, you know, I'm just trying to get this up, support it, you know, for a certain amount of time, a good amount of time, make sure the bugs are done, fixed as best as I can, and then keep going and improving continuously with smaller games. Because when you make bigger games, then you have to, you know, make it worth it. So you have to do conferences, you have to do, you know, interviews, you have to do all this stuff to try to get eyes on your product. Because it's like, it's huge. It has to, you know, do well. Whereas if you make smaller things, then it's like, you know, if this one doesn't do as well as that one, or this one, you know, was an anomaly and it, you know, sold really well, it's more of a, it seems like it's easier to kind of get a good amount of sales and continue development when you have more small projects that are easier to kind of market and easier to hit a variety of people. Like if you work for a year on one game, you'll hit one market. But if you work a year on 12 games, you'll hit 12 different markets, theoretically, potentially. You know, especially if you work on markets that you don't like. Like I'm not a huge fan of RTS games, but if I make an RTS game that I like, I probably would hit a pretty good spread of people, because I'm not a huge market RTS guy. I'm not a huge racing fan. So if I were to make some sort of action racing hybrid or, you know, RTS game that I liked, then it's probably so that it would be a really solid, you know, kind of intriguing and gripping and fun and, you know, pick up and play kind of game. So yeah, PRKR Parker. Hey man, what's up, bro? Love your channel. Thanks. I'm glad that people like my channel. So that's basically it. I'm more or less spent. Managed to get a pretty good amount of stuff done. So hopefully we'll see some more things come along in the future. Hopefully I'll get the game done maybe in the next week or so. It's getting up there. It's getting close. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and this has been another game development stream. Thanks. See ya.